Hi guys, welcome back. Today we have a very exciting video, at least for me, because today we have a few things to get through. So first, I'm going to be adding some cards to my Stray Kids binder, mainly because I want to expand. So I will be now collecting Levanter onwards. And I think you'll see that kind of trend over the year for me. So I'm starting to work on my Levanter collection. Not really starting because I've been working on it for quite some time now, but yeah, over time I'll go back to a previous album to work on it. And now for today we have Levanter. And then later on in the video, I'm going to be setting up for two new groups. Um, yeah, I think it's insane even for my standards, but yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. So let's start off with setting up for Levanter. Okay, so Levanter has 6 cards each for each member. So I'm going to be needing 6 9 pocket pages. So for this era, I decided to do the 8 pattern. I usually don't like it, but I'll explain why in a bit. But let's just put this in here. So there. So I already put the white sleeve in the middle because that's where I want it to go. And then I already have like these amount of cards for Levanter. So I don't mind the 8 pattern as much in this because you can tell that they're from the same set. Like that. So like you can tell because they have a silver border, this has a blue border, this has like a name at the bottom. If you compare it with Go Live, for example, you can't really tell that these cards are from the same set, except maybe for the orange back ones, and maybe this from the photo shoot, but they just look like random selfies, right? And the problem with the orange back ones are Songmin and I don't have an orange back, which really bothers me for some reason. So yeah, that's why I don't like the 8 pattern for Go Live, but I will be doing it for Levanter. So let's put the cards in. So I'll start off with the silver border version. So I do arrange by age order, so Chan goes first. And as I said, I have been working on this for quite a while now. I just haven't been showing it on my YouTube videos because I don't like it to look too empty. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't know why I don't want to show this yet. But I do have some other cards from older eras as well. Oh, wrong position. But that'll be on a later date. I thought it'd be a good video to like show my progress throughout the eras and adding them bit by bit. But yeah, so that's the plan. So for now, we're doing Levanter. So for this set, I'm just missing Hyunjin and Han. Actually, if you'll notice, I'm just missing Hyunjin and Han for a lot of the sets, actually. And then next, I put in the blue border version. So for this one, I don't have a lot. I just have Chan, Lino, and Felix. So for Lino, Bangchan, and Felix, I'm actually complete with them for Levanter and most of the other eras as well. But the others, I have a long way to go. Next, we have these name versions. So they have the name at the bottom. And then we have Lino. Oh wait, I think I made a mistake. So yeah, this Lino isn't there. It's supposed to go here. There. So now that started away. So we have Hyunjin, our first Hyunjin for Levanter. And then Han, Felix, Songmin, and then Ayan. So for this page, I'm actually just missing Changbin. So I think I'll be able to complete this since Changbin is pretty easy to find. And then we have the normal selfie version. So we have Chan, Hyunjin, and then Felix. There. So I think this one The next portion will go to the behind cards, or like the concept cards, but I think they call them behind. So we have Chan. These ones are pretty easy to find, like even Hyunjin's and Han, so I don't think I'll have a problem with this. We have Lino up next. And then Hyunjin, Felix, also sorry if my 9 pocket pages look a bit dusty. It gets dusty in my room pretty quickly, so I don't know how to clean them actually. I'm scared I might damage it. So if you know how to clean like these 9 pocket pages, do let me know. I'm interested to know. Yeah. And then probably the most difficult part of this, or like the most difficult to collect, are these lenticulars. So I don't have a lot, I just have 4. I have Lino. This was the very first Levanter album I bought. I bought the limited one. Fortunately, they still sold the sealed ones. I bought it like around last June of 2020, or even before that, before like they popped off. Like, I don't know, I think there was still like a lot of Stray Kids albums available from like Levanter era, especially the limited ones. But then after God's Menu happened, and then Go Live, and then In Live happened, like they really shot up in popularity. So people have been buying a lot, which depleted at all the stocks. So maybe I should have decided then and there that I would have collected, and maybe I should have hoarded everything before they became so popular. But yeah, but I'm pretty happy with how the progress of my Levanter collection is so far, considering I haven't been working on it for that long. But yeah, maybe we can have a little flip through. So this is the silver border version, the blue border version, the name version, the selfie version, the behind version, and then we have the lenticulars. So yeah, so that was it for Stray Kids. So maybe we can go on to the next part. Yeah. Okay, so as you can tell from the title of the video and what I said earlier, I'm going to be setting up my binder to collect 2 new groups. I actually don't know how this happened. It happened so fast, like 24 hours ago. So yeah, maybe I'll do the reveal now. So the 2 groups that I'll be collecting moving forward will be NCT, specifically Shotaro, and Ikon. For them, it's Junhoe and Bobby. So I'll get onto how that happened later, but this is how I plan to set it up. Thankfully, Shotaro just came into NCT, I think last October. So he doesn't have that many cards. He just has cards for Resonance Part 1 and Part 2. So Resonance Part 1 has 5 cards, a yearbook card, 2 past version cards, and 2 future version cards. Of course, the other ones are the Kinos. So that's pretty easy. So we'll just do a 5 pattern with the yearbook card in the middle, and then both past versions on the left side, and then future versions on the right, or whatever side. And then for Resonance Part 2, they have 6 cards. They have an ID card this time and an access card, so 2 weird looking photo cards, and then 2 versions for Departure and 2 versions for Arrival. So the other these are basically the albums and the Kino versions. So I plan to do like the album version for Departure and Arrival at the top, the Kino versions at the bottom, and the 2 like non-selfie cards at the middle with the ID and the access card. So that was pretty easy for Shotaro. So I did more thinking for Ikon, for Junhoe and Bobby. So I looked at the template. Maybe I'll like flash it on this part of the screen. So they have previous albums before New Kids. So, but I looked at the cards and they weren't selfies and I didn't really like them. So I plan to not collect those, and they're probably like super rare and super hard to find. So I won't be looking for those anymore. So I'm gonna start off from New Kids, which starts with Begin, very apt. And they have like 2 cards each. Actually, it's a running theme for all of their albums. They usually have 2 cards, except for Return. They have 4. So the way I plan to set this up is that for each version of the card. So for example, in Begin, there's a dope and a bold version. So dope for Bobby will be on this. Dope will be for one row. So dope for Bobby and dope for Junhoe will be here. And then bold for Bobby and bold for Junhoe will be here. And then the next album will follow after that. So I thought that there's no really other way to like put it per album unless it's an 8 pattern, and as you know, I don't really like an 8 pattern, so I'm just gonna do a 6 pattern and then just follow along the album, or like the how the albums are chronologically until I decide. So the way I think, if my numbers are correct, I'm gonna need 5 9 pocket pages for this because there are 14 cards per member, so that's 28 cards in total because I collect 2 members. And then if you divide the 28 by 6, you'll get around 4.6, which is around 5 pages. So yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so this is gonna be weird, but I'm gonna be putting Ikon and NCT in my Stray Kids binder, mainly because my other group's binder is so full. Like, there's literally no more room for them there, and I don't want the cards to be like crushed or anything, so they're gonna live here for now. So we'll put them, actually I'll just put them at the front because these are pretty complete, so I don't want them to be crushed, or like for the cards at the top to be like lopsided because there aren't any cards at the bottom. So yeah, so I already set up for Shotaro, so here they are. I'll just put them in, and I also made like fillers already for him actually. And the funny thing is, I just decided to collect Shotaro yesterday, and I already have 2 of his cards here. That's because I was buying from people, and then this one person was actually near my house, and they said they wanted to have it delivered same day delivery. So I said, yeah, why not? So now I have 2 Shotaro cards, so specifically his Departure and Arrival album version. Yeah, so how did I decide to collect Shotaro? So I've been like a fan of Make-A-Wish for quite some time now, I guess. So and I've been watching Make-A-Wish like pretty frequently over the past few months, I guess. So, but I never really acted on like my love for Shotaro because he was really like the first member that or the member that stood out for me there. Before that, I decided not to put fillers anymore because I have these 2 cards on the way. I don't want to waste like paper, so I'll just leave them like that. So yeah, so and then like I asked in my buy and sell Twitter account that to ask if like, because I'm not an N citizen, like like far from it, at least for now. So I don't know like how I know that they're expensive, like the cards are expensive. So I was really scared to get into NCT and collect them, but I asked, and then they said Shotaro is pretty new, so he's not an expensive member and a hard member to get. So yeah, so that was pretty much it, and I just went with it. And now we're here. We're collecting Shotaro now. So these 2 are his Arrival and Departure cards. I'm not sure if this one is Departure or this one is Arrival, but we'll figure it out eventually. Yeah, so that happened way too fast, even for my liking, but we're here now, so collecting Shotaro. And I really do want to support him. I may not be on NCT right now, but I do really want to support his unit when they debut. And then maybe that'll be my gateway into like NCT as a whole. But as for now, you can consider me as like a Shotaro solo stan. I know that sounds bad, but I don't like dislike any of the members. And I won't be talking bad about them. I just don't really know them. So yeah. And then we have the 2 Kino cards here. And then I have these 2 cards on the way. So I won't be putting cards for them. yeah, so I just really need to find the Kino cards. I do find them on Mercari, though they're kind of expensive as Kino cards are. So I'm gonna take my time. And I'm so excited for Shotaro's debut. And I think Sung-chan, I think that's his name, the other member. I thought he was gonna debut in NCT Dream actually, but apparently their NCT Dream is like a set member group now. I thought they were like there's like a graduation system, but apparently not, which is I guess great for them. But yeah, so on top of like NCT, we can move on to Icon. So I set up for Icon as well. So let's just put them here. Before I get into Icon, actually, I just want to point out a weird thing because, as you know, Shotaro is like part of the dance line, or he's like a dancer in NCT. They don't have like positions like main dancer or lead dancer, at least I think. Which is weird for me because I usually bias or like really like the vocalists of the group. So Shotaro like and he doesn't even have like a vocal position. Like he's not like considered a vocalist. So yeah, that was weird and like pretty cool I guess. So Shotaro is just really that person that can make me like bias dancer or a main dancer or something. But yeah, enough of that. Let's go on to Icon. So for the story with Icon is that as you know, Stray Kids is participating in Kingdom, which Icon is also participating in Kingdom. So I knew about Icon before. They're a YG group. I stand Treasure and Blackpink, so I pretty much know them. And then yeah, I know some of their songs like Love Scenario and Chuketa are killing me because of like I watched YG Treasure Box and they performed a lot of Icon songs there. So yeah, and then so I know them as artists, but I don't know them as people. And then when I saw them like being themselves on Kingdom, it really like struck a chord with me. They're so chill. Maybe except for that one guy. I think his name was I forgot his name. I'm such a bad iconic, but the the small one. Yeah, the small one. I'll put the name on the screen. Yeah, he was so upset about being last place, and then Bobby's just like, okay, I don't really care, and he was like all smiley and stuff. Probably because like he's been through enough competitions that anything doesn't really phase him. But yeah, that that made me really fall in love with their personalities and the way they are as artists, because honestly like their songs are so good. Like I only listened to like a less than 10 songs I think, but the melodies that they have in their songs are really really great. I think out of the 6 groups in Kingdom, except Stray Kids, because like I all Stray Kids, I think they have the best songs out of the ones that I haven't heard. So they really had the most standable potential for me because I really do like their music. On top of like they're really funny people. So yeah. So Bobby and Junhoe. So I really couldn't pick between the two. I thought it was gonna be Bobby at first, and it was. Bobby is my bias. But I didn't know that I was gonna have another bias in Junhoe. So Junhoe apparently is the main vocalist, and I thought he was like a main dancer. I don't know, cause their second performance on Kingdom was like the oh, okay. I guess I miscalculated a page, but let me just finish my Icon story before we end this video. So because in their second performance of Kingdom, they performed Love Scenario and Killing Me, and then their Love Scenario, they took a twist with it. They performed it like musical style, very Broadway, and then Junho was like the center of the chorus, and I think that was that was the moment that okay, I'm biasing this man. And then I looked it up, and he was a main vocalist. And then his voice is very unique in the sense that it's not very clean, and I mean that in a good way, because the rasp that comes out of his voice is really interesting, and it's not your typical main vocalist that has to be like really really high and very clean sounding, and it really builds character to the way he sings and to the songs of Icon in general. But I think they do At least my biased opinion is that he needs more songs that really showcases his talent, because I think they don't have a lot of songs that do that. They're, despite having one rapper, they're the highlights of the rap really are the highlights of their songs are really the raps. But yeah, so yeah, that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. So yeah, we're collecting 2 new groups, and I'm expanding my Stray Kids collection, all in the span of 24 hours. Yeah, hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe and give it a like, and if you don't, then that's fine. Bye.